Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2. The Battle of Rossini continues as German forces are pushing deeper into the Soviet Union in 1941. We have a defensive line set up here, and troops and reinforcements coming up to try to turn back the Germans, but we all know how that ends up. If you guys want to go ahead and see more, make sure you go ahead and blow up that like button. Let me know you want to see more of World War II or any type of real-time strategy game on the channel. It's good to have you all here. If you want to download this one, again, look for Battle of the Sonne, S-O-N-N-E, and you should be able to get into this one right away. All right, we're setting up our defensive line in anticipation of a continued German attack. They're going to be sending multiple waves of what I believe is the 7th Panzer Division at us, so we're repairing vehicles as fast as we can and seeing what we can use against the enemy. We're having reinforcements arrive by truck and also some armored cars too that we're trying to bring to the front as quickly as possible. So we're going to have most of our troops hit the dirt and see if we can repair any sort of vehicle here in use against the enemy. So let's go ahead and continue to repair. We're going to try to repair any captured equipment that we can and see if we can turn it against the enemy. They occupy a village here, and in our previous episode, you may remember, they captured that village from us and are successful in advancing on us. We're trying to repair more Panzer IVs and see if we can actually get some of these vehicles up and running. It looks like we might actually have several vehicles good to go here. Let's see if we can get this one soldier ready. Looks like the Germans have a repair kit here. Let's see if we can start repairing. There we are. We're going to try to capture all this stuff and use it against them. The AI also controls some things. Our ally here, I guess a comrade in arms, is commanding some of our T-34s and such. It would be much better in our hands because we're not going to park outside of a village because there's a half-track there. The enemy-controlled town here, I believe Rossini, is got quite a lot nearby, including Flak 88s on truck beds, the Dicker Max, and much, much more in terms of infantry. The Germans' attack here has almost come to a complete stop as they're continuing to advance on a T-34. And we've got infantry here that's covering the Germans' advance with machine gun and some of our own units. Looks like perhaps the T-34 was finally destroyed there. Nope, looks like it was just the T-26 that was parked next to it. We're going to have to wait until that clears out. We don't really have much in terms of armor that we can use against the enemy at the moment. But we do have Ziz-30s and a few other armored cars and a few other light tanks. Really not much to stand against the Germans. But we're going to try to repair everything that we can in the lull of the action. T-35, Panzer 35T advancing. And it looks like also a enemy Stug 3C is there. Interesting. And we're going to continue to build our defensive line while we wait for the Germans. Let's see if there's anything that we can repair. At least in terms of a tank. Ah, good. Another Panzer IV up there. Okay, very good. Okay, we got access to a T-26 here. We're going to need more infantry to occupy those tanks. They're going to be on tank duty, I suppose, now. I think some of these tanks even have a crew of just 2. Alright, there we go. Okay, I can hear like an anti-tank rifle being fired on one of our vehicles. Oh, looks like a 38T is there now. Alright, let's get our BT-7 to take action against that tank. We're going to support our infantry. Alright, T-34 getting hit by an AT grenade, but not destroyed yet. Oh, it looks like it's been decrewed. Could be a vehicle we can occupy now. Excellent, we can repair the T-34 and make use of it. Alright, let's bring our newly captured half-track up and also our BT-7. The Germans will send another wave at us very shortly, so we need to be quick about what we're doing. Let's load HE. There we go, we're eliminating German tank crews outside their vehicles. Alright, let's pin down the Germans as we advance on our T-34 to try to recapture. Alright, the German attack pretty much stopped here. We do have vehicles outside of our defensive line, lots of artillery at our disposal, but nothing that we can really have command of at the moment. As you would imagine, the Soviet command is pretty much discombobulated because of the multiple conflicting orders from command and Stalin's earlier purges that have really weakened the Soviet army. And that's, of course, well known around the Winter War against Finland. Okay, multiple troops there. Looks like a half-track. Not too much to be worried about. Let's go ahead and get that BT-7 up here. Let's see if we can pop that thing through the village here. Another vehicle repaired. I don't even know where we're repairing vehicles anymore. Fantastic. A enemy Panzer IV is at our disposal. And actually a T-50. Let's occupy the T-50. Actually, no, that's a friendly unit that we would just hop onto. So let's grab that Panzer IV. Alright, let's flank this half-track. Oh, are we not able to drive over logs? Oh, okay. Logs actually pose a roadblock for us. In the non-modded variants of Men of War, you can drive right through some of that stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and hit this half-track. It does have an AT gun on it, doesn't it? No, it's just machine gun there. Oop. Nice thing about these light tanks is they have an extremely fast reload. Okay, vehicle's on fire. Alright, up to our troops now to capture the village. Let's make this our new defensive line. Beautiful. Half-track exploded. Yeah, the Germans still have a tank out there. They still have the Sturmgeschütz out there, so let's go ahead and see if we can call out a Molotov or some sort of an AT grenade. Wow, okay, well we can't go over stacks of wood, but we can drive through houses. Note to self. Careful AI. Alright, there we go. Alright, the Germans will be attacking again soon. It looks like actually their attack's already on the way. Even on the right flank. Panzer 1s, 2s, and 3s are probably approaching. And let's see if we can get this Sturmgeschütz eliminated. Our half-tracks really aren't going to stand a chance. Neither is our BT-7. Attention, new attack from the opponent. Alright. Germans sending up their next wave. I'm going to try to get up here on the hill. Actually, is this... oh, KV-1 has been taken out as well. Looks like more friendly forces are approaching. Alright, let's repair that KV-1. Trying to repair as much as possible. Alright, our man made it to the back without being spotted. Throw an AT grenade, man. Don't worry about the Molotov. There we go. Alright, our man is retreating into the tree line. Good work. Okay, more vehicles at our disposal. Looks like reinforcements are arriving. As you would imagine, it's a bunch of T-26s, light stuff. KV-1 is what we really need here now. We were repairing that. Looks like 2 of our men got killed there. 2 tankmen there. Don't know if that was from the enemy's attack or what. Let's go ahead and flip this anti-tank gun around. Looks like the Germans are attacking again on the right flank with the light tanks spotted first. T-26 blocking the main road. Can we drive this out of the way? Oh, damn, it's still tracked. NKVD right there. Soviet police, basically. Damn, that's going to take a while to repair that thing. Might not even be worth it. Alright, infantry's in good defensive positions. Excellent. The half-track actually did some work. Beautiful. Captured half-track doing a hell of a lot of damage. Very good. Alright, minimal crew. We're not moving too much. So we're just trying to stay put and watch where the enemy's moving to. Panzer IIIs are engaging. Engaging a T-28 31 model. Really nothing on this except for machine guns. So it's essentially worthless. We'll have it hold the line though and see if it can take some shots while tanks arrive. Looks like we actually have a mortar up there. And also an AT gun 37mm. AA gun. Could be used as AT though. Entering a Panzer II. Let's fling around on this guy. Oh wow, he's getting pummeled. Let's move behind him. Beautiful. All right, another enemy tank stopped. Looks like they're pushing really hard here on the left side of the village. Oh, that half-track's getting hit too. No, 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 no. Don't use the AT grenade. Switch back to your machine gun. Looks like we can't repair this. Or occupy it. Alright, we'll try another Panzer II. Alright, enemies attacking yet again. On all fronts. Got a lot more to stop them now. More trucks have arrived. I don't know why our forces push forward and then retreat again. It's a really weird AI pathing deal. I prefer the ZiS-30s stay where they're at. Panzer I being replaced. Was that an enemy tank there? Wow. There's so many enemy forces, they're just really pushing by us. Stop those tanks. Wow, lots of forces coming in. Friendlies all over. Looks like we got more stuff under our command. Essentially, we just want to create a defensive line until the Germans have given up their attack. And once they do, we should be able to counterattack with all of our forces. Okay, looking good. Both fronts are, both left and right, east and west flanks are looking nice. Alright, we do have the ability to capture now. Oh, it looks like we got a perfect target. How convenient. Oh, it's already been decrewed, it seems? Okay. Alright, we'll fling over this direction and see if we can bring up a new crew. We'll grab riflemen out of these squads. Storm commandos. Alright, you boys are going to have to grab this tank here. Occupy these vehicles. Alright, the Germans have flak 88s and Dicker Max and so much more. We're going to need a lot of armor to essentially sneak behind that kind of stuff. How are we doing with the ammunition here? Down to about 6 rounds. Turret there has been busted. We'll repair that. I'm surprised that vehicle's even alive. Vehicles have been repaired good. Looks like there's some sort of infantry back here that wants to advance, but they're not able to do so. Let's see. Alright, the ZiS there is, I guess, our last line of defense against anything that the enemy can offer. Another truck has arrived. Or one that we didn't unload previously. We're going to need that. All of our troops our infantry is being deployed to the tank corps. They're doing a fantastic job. Alright, let's get these units under no movement. We don't want them advancing on their own anymore. We're going to create a defensive line here. Has this vehicle been destroyed? Or did he... Oh, he got out for some reason. Alright, good news. Okay, it looks like Panzer IVs and Lorraines are in front of us. Captured French vehicles. Interesting vehicle at that. Look at it. Weird. Really weird looking. Okay. Where's the rest of our infantry? Okay, we'll push up with our troops. See if we can capture this ridge here. This highway is going to be very important. We can actually capture enemy equipment there. It's basically a used car lot now. Very nice. I don't think we can capture anything else. Okay, let's see if we can repair something. Oh, looks like there's another Panzer IV repairable here. Did we get that T-34 repaired? We sure did. Alright, let's use that T-34. There's so much going on. Can't do everything at once. Got the bridge blocked. Alright, Good. Finally a decent unit. T-34 at our disposal. We'll get that resupplied fully in a moment. Looks like our remaining tank crew made it too. I can still hear vehicles moving. Sounds like Soviet engines. And it is a KV-1. So many vehicles there, I can't even tell what's moving anymore. But I guess primer versus olive drab. There's the difference. Okay, T-34 is backing it up until we can get that fully crewed. Ah, screw the Panzer II. Let's recrew the T-34. We'll bring that up if we need to later. Let's get that Panzer IV repaired. Looks like handguns firing off inside the village. Let's get our boys to spread out a bit before we go in there. Okay, enemy vehicles up there, including that little armored car. Armored car is still firing off. Alright, another Panzer IV approaching. T-34 is more capable now than ever to destroy things. You can really zoom out a lot in this mod too. It makes it a lot easier to hit vehicles and plan attacks, since you can actually see where enemies are moving to and from. Okay, that tank's going to be able to take one more shot at us. Oh, that was a hell of a shot. I guess he's trying to target someone else now. Alright, graze off the backside. Interesting. Let's try that again. Direct hit there on that enemy tank. Oh, this thing is the hardest to kill, this little armored car. It's taken a ton of beatings. Wow. Finally taking his last. Alright, enemy armored cars are down there. Small mortar, actually. Interesting. And the Lorraine. Let's get that mortar to back off away from the village. Go ahead and turn your turret. Let's get that thing engaged. Beautiful. Enemy mortar destroyed. As a mortar mounted inside the half-track that can pummel the village for a while. Looks like they're trying to hit some of our troops there. We're going to get some more tanks up. Even more. KV-1 now, finally. Good. Alright, let's upgrade anything that's garbage. Let's go ahead and get rid of this T-28. That's worthless at this point. Let's get some troops into the KV-1. That's actually something capable of bringing a fight to the enemy. Okay, let's see if there's anything to repair worthwhile over here. Panzer III is definitely worth it. There's repair kits everywhere as well. Friendly T-34 is blocking the intersection. That initial attack came down this road. Now we've finally got it pinned down. Wow, we can repair every tank in the world now. Look at that. All the vehicles that we have at our disposal. I can still hear gunfire going on out there as our vehicles are trying to attempt to advance. Okay, I think we have the advantage now to actually assault the enemy, though I'm very nervous with the Dicker Max and the Flak 88 on the left side. There's also random Pack 38s pretty much everywhere along this front, and also probably an enemy counterattack coming yet again. We see, oh boy, we even see an early Martyr 1, and possibly some other traps and things that we don't see coming our way. Alright, let's get ready to assault then. We're going to prepare our assault operation now. We've been tasked with attacking that position, so we're going to bring our infantry up, and then, as you could imagine, most of the infantry is going into the tanks, actually. NKVD have arrived, the Soviet police there, to make sure our troops are advancing. We'll get the supply trucks offloaded with the drivers. And we're going to try to arm up every tank we've got. So essentially, I'm going to park all of our tanks there, and we're going to crew those up one by one. We'll have our troops meet up with tanks, see if we can get everything fully stocked. Interesting to see T-50s in this battle. I've not seen them really before in this game. Is this tank stuck here behind some trees? Looks like trees actually block tanks too. Alright, well, yeah, we definitely need some more drivers in some of our vehicles. Nothing stands in front of us now except for infantry and one transport, and then, of course, the city, so nothing really stands between us and that. Might be a good idea to attack here. There's the Infantry Geschütz 18, which is the Lee gun, which we can push through here and try to capture. If we take this hill, we might actually be able to break into the town and attack both east and west. There's really nothing here in terms of defense. Oh, actually, there's a Dicker Max. However, I would say that it's probably going to be way easier to take out the Dicker Max here by approaching from the low ground and then flanking that thing, and then the door is completely open for our tanks to advance. We've got a lot more tanks now. The tide has turned against the Germans. Soviets now have a good opportunity here to attack. All right, let's go ahead and get 3 of those guys in there for that. That should be a total of 4 crewmen. There we are. Our initial call on that was really good to grab that fuel tank and repair kit from that tractor. That saved the KV-2 from the very beginning. All right, let's start taking tally of what we've actually got on the field. Enemies' attacks have pretty much seen their end now. Vehicles that are ready can report to the road. Vehicles that are not can get crewed up. Alright, infantry is going to be better than tanks at this point. Okay, good. I'm glad we're starting to use all of our vehicles here at our disposal. We'll get the KV-1 here to advance. Those Dicker Max, I think they have an incredible range, but they shouldn't be able to hit us any further than this line here. Maybe about 150 plus, so we'll stay away from that. Okay, tanks that are ready can go to the far right. What I think I want to do here is, well, actually, wait a minute. If we take the right flank, well, there is a Flak 88 there, but we should be able to possibly hit it with infantry. And then there's really not much back here that can stop like a KV-1 aside from that Flak 88. So if we get close to it with infantry, take it down, we can capture it and start using it against the Germans. So we'll try our infantry in the center, and then we'll try our flanking assault too. I think we're going to need a driver here for this one. There we go. KV-2 is definitely going to need somebody. Okay, we need to get these machine gunners out of here. Yet another machine gunner? Jeez. Got nothing but machine guns. Weird, it seems some of these tanks we're not able to actually, we're able to repair, but we can't occupy them for some reason. Is there a way to command to get into a tank? Maybe it's some sort of a model that we can't occupy. Well, we'll continue to repair stuff regardless. Alright, this will be the motor pool crew now. I didn't expect this. We have so many vehicles. I'll take PPSHs because they'll be close range. And machine guns will be better as a machine gun rather than in a tank. Okay, another rifleman. We'll use him for our motor pool. Here, like some sort of an engagement again. Oh, the Germans are releasing their infantry into the center. Adorable. How cute. We already have our troops defending. Alright, let's get that tank up. Very good. And another tank we can capture. Let's go straight up over here. Alright, the attack on the right side is about ready. We have far more infantry to use. Good. Let's bring the rest of these guys up. These are riflemen we can put out here. And we'll know that these are ready for tank crewing. Alright, right now we're just making tank armies out of the captured German equipment. Very good indeed. Of course, the more crew these tanks are, the faster their response can be to certain attacks. Well, it looks like interestingly enough, our KV-1 ran out of, or KV-2 ran out of fuel the moment it touched the top of the highway. Not a problem. We can just grab from some of these other tanks that are pretty much out of the game. 60 fuel. 60 fuel, that's 120 for us. We'll just capture all the reserve fuel. And there's 60. Alright, we should be able to refuel this thing all the way. It looks like there's actually a tank battle going on out there. By that I mean a tank or armored vehicle broke through. Looks like it's just a half-track and a handful of infantry. Nothing to be worried about. HE round hit the front of the vehicle, but no damage. That's a 75mm gun. All our infantry are outside the village, so the Germans won't last too long. Let's get ready for our attack on the... actually, we're going to go to the far right side. I think the enemy's far right flank is the weakest, so we should be able to attack from there. And then on the left flank, we'll save all that up to secure that when the time comes. Alright. Well, that time is going to be next time, folks, so thank you very much for joining me for even more Men of War Assault Squad 2. We'll see you in the final episode where we're going to counterattack against this entire enemy position here and see if we can break through on the right flank and the left flank and the center, maybe simultaneously. Search for enemy weaknesses, see if we can find it. I think it's going to be on this right side, contrary to what I said before. We should be good. So I'll see you all next time. Keep your heads down, and I'll see you. Bye. Woo!